Headlamps are a really bright idea, for obvious reasons, but they are also an eye-catching design feature. Unlike the metal and glass versions of the past, today's headlamps are made of durable plastics, which can be creatively moulded into a multitude of shapes. You could say they provide light relief. In addition to the main beam, this pickup truck headlamp has an indicator and a daytime running light to make the vehicle more visible to oncoming traffic in daylight. Most of the headlamp's components are made of various types of injection molded plastic. This machine melts plastic pellets and then shoots it into the appropriate mold for a specific part. The headlamp lenses are made of clear polycarbonate, a strong plastic that's resistant to extreme heat and cold. The molding process stresses the plastic, so to relieve that stress, it's placed into an annealing oven for 20 minutes. When the lens comes out, it's wiped down with an anti-static cloth, and the surface is closely inspected. Next, a robot sprays the lens with a protective coating. This prevents scratches and chips, as well as the yellowing that can occur through daily exposure to ultraviolet rays. To cure the coating, the lens is run through a tunnel oven for 20 minutes. This injection molded component is the reflector for the headlamp's main beam. It's made of fiberglass reinforced polyester. The edges are sanded to remove excess material. The part is then washed with soap and water to remove polyester residue left by the sanding. The reflector goes into a wash basket, which goes into a machine similar to a dishwasher. A robot then sprays on a coat of primer. It goes on clear, but turns yellow once cured in an oven. Now for the 20-minute process, which makes the reflector reflective. An aluminizing chamber is used. Inside, a fixture rotates the reflector on its own axis, as well as around copper electrodes at the center of the machine. An electrical charge to the electrodes generates heat, which, as we see in fast motion, vaporizes an aluminium wire that's wrapped around a spiral tungsten filament. The aluminium becomes a mist, which is deposited evenly onto the entire surface of the reflector. Now they assemble the headlamp, beginning with the housing, which is made of injection molded polypropylene. After installing the reflector for the daytime running light, the main beam reflector is attached using pivots and screws, so that the main beam level will be adjustable. They screw in the reflector for the indicator, which is also made of aluminized plastic. A robot then applies hot sealant, which prevents water, dust and insects from getting into the housing. They place this assembly into the lens bonding machine. The main beam lens also goes in. Now it's been attached to both the amber indicator lens and the daytime running light lens. Then the top of the machine descends and secures these assemblies with screws. A halogen bulb is screwed into the socket for the main beam reflector through the back of the housing. The bulb has two filaments for both high and low beams. Next, halogen bulbs are inserted for the indicator and daytime running lights. The last step is to focus the main beam reflector. This machine indicates which screws to adjust to tilt the reflector into the correct position. This is the manufacturer's default setting, which car manufacturers sometimes alter before installing the headlamps in a vehicle. This model hooks up to wiring coming from the pickup truck. However, with some headlamps, it's the reverse, and they have built-in wiring that connects to the vehicle. Either way, it's easy to change a burnt-out bulb. So there you have it, car headlamps. Over in a flash. Oh, come on, who turned the lights out? All right, I get it. Time to move on.